I'm Merys Griffiths and I'm the curriculum leader for film, television and media. Well, the scheme was established here in 1996 and it's actually grown to be one of the largest of its kind in the UK. And it's an interesting programme of study because it actually combines theoretical investigation with creative practice. And that's, I think, one of the key things that marks out this scheme at Aberystwyth as being perhaps a little different from equivalent schemes elsewhere. Well, because it's a large department, we have some fantastic members of staff here who are real experts in their field. So that way we can actually offer a really substantial range of modules, which gives you a lot of choice as a student if you're studying here. We also have some really excellent facilities, and we have a lot of industry links as well. So the BBC has a studio here downstairs in this building, and we also have some really great links with independent production companies who come in and work with our students. Well, I'll say a little something about how the modules work here, because in our first year what we do is offer quite a general introduction where various pieces of knowledge are established. Then in our second year it becomes a little bit more specialised as we start challenging some of the things we think we know. And then in the final year what we do is offer students an opportunity to really focus in on what they want to study. So it's these kinds of specialist strands being developed. And in terms of the sorts of modules that students really enjoy, we tend to get a lot of students following film modules within the scheme. Particular favourites would be things like cult media, for example, film genre, which can often focus on things like horror. And we also have some students who are very interested in the documentary provision that we have here. And those sort of combined as sort of knowledge modules then work really well when you begin to create your own films. So we encourage our students to think about how they can make connections, for example, with what they learn in documentary tradition and how you can then produce your own documentary film. It's because of the range of the materials that we teach, the kinds of skills that students acquire are actually quite broad. So you will have, by the end of your scheme, very good skills in terms of critical analysis and critical writing, but also you will have developed skills in relation to creative practice, so in terms of knowing how to put a script together, knowing how to edit a film effectively, and actually knowing how to use various online platforms as well as a means to get your work out there. So it's a very kind of broad range. And our students tend to graduate as well with quite a good degree of confidence in terms of being able to speak publicly and to make presentations, which is very important in the industry context. We have some great facilities in the department. So in terms of film production, we have professional TV studios set up like the space that we're in at the moment. We also have a range of editing suites so that students can get on with their own creative practice. And then for the campus as a whole, we have a fantastic library here in the Hugh Owen Library, 24-hour computing facilities, and also our relationship with the National Library of Wales, because they're home to the National Sound and Screen Archive, which is a fantastic resource for students studying film and television. In terms of work experience opportunities that we offer, we actually do run a module which is a production research placement module in the second year of our film and TV programme, which allows students, well, gives them the opportunity to spend up to 3 weeks in a professional media environment. So they have an opportunity to basically have hands-on work experience and to begin to make contacts. And our relationship with some of the independent production companies to often generate opportunities for students to have work experience during the course of their degree scheme. The department also participates in university-wide programmes as well, so we encourage students to go on year in employment schemes and so forth.